and welcome to Steve McDonald Art and Craft. What I've done is I've cut some letters out and I'm going to make myself a sign for a craft fair I've got coming up. And I want it to be quite a bold sign. And you know me, I do like a bit of sparkle. To is cover each one of these letters in sequins and then mount this onto a piece of board so that I can have it in prominent display so people know who I am. And hopefully we'll come over and have a look at my stuff that I'm going to be selling. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I've cut this out of a heavy cardstock because I want it to be a little bit of robustness. Now I'm going to be using an all-purpose glue for this. That's this Yoo-Hoo. I love Yoo-Hoo glue. And all I will do is put it onto here, covering the letter or the face that I want it to cover. I have to start somewhere. So for me, I'm going to start right at the top here and push it down like that. And as I go by, I am going to overhang this a little bit. This can be a little bit messy, but once you get into it, you'll be fine. And the first thing I do is do the full outline of the letter, because I find do the outline, you can fill it in really easily. And because this Yoo-Hoo dries clear as well, if you get any on the front of it, it isn't really the end of the world. And then once it's all dry, I can then trim up all my bits. If I've got any bits overhanging or anything like that, I can just trim them up. Then to fill in the middle, I push this in like that, pushing them down, and then just filling that in all the way around until you filled it in. Well, I've finished all the letters now, and as you can see, this is roughly how they're going to look. So it's going to say Steve McDonald Arts and Crafts. They will be spaced out a little bit different, but they have come out lovely and shiny. Look how sequiny and glittery is that. But this one isn't finished, and I said I would show you how to finish them off. So what I do is when I've come to an end or a bit that I should have an overlap, rather than trying to hide the bit of thread that holds all these sequins together. Don't worry, I will link the sequins in the description below. They're actually really cheap. So I just pull off the sequins like this, either with my nails or with the tweezers. I take that bit, I stick some of this all-purpose glue on it like that, and then I fold those two bits over and then just rub that in like that. And that gives you a really neat finish. Yeah, there's another one I did there, look, a little bit there that I've done. So that clearly says who I am, but what I want to have in there is my logo. So that caricature face that I drew a long time ago, which I use for both my channels, and then mount all this onto a piece of board. And can you imagine how eye-catching this is going to be? And also, people will recognize it if they know me from my YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any of those things. So, you know, use everything that you can to get marketing your stuff. I'm going to paint this using acrylic paint. Once I've done that, I will go around all my edges again using a permanent Sharpie or something, because I'm not that neat a painter.
Living in bubbles. Too late. They say I'm always too late, but I'm just spending my time doing what I feel like. And if you're down for it, yeah, I could take you in. But if you're not a fighter, I can't promise anything. If everyone keep it all
I've cut out a piece of card now as well, so I can put this in the middle of it, which I've done. And I've cut my circle out, which is what I have, with the space around it. Now what I'm going to do is paint this with acrylic paints, going from blue to lighter blue to a bit of red to some yellow behind it, because that is the logo that I use. I'm only going to use acrylic paints for that, and then I'll show you how I'm going to set these up, stick them on and hang it up. I finished painting the board that I cut out with acrylic paints, and what I've realised is I made my head too small because it's not big enough to fit in the middle, so I made a bigger head. Like I need a big head. That's going to fit on there much better now. I also reinforced the back of this with some old bits of hardboard and a couple of bits of wood as well, because that will give me something to hang it from, but it'll also stop it bending and warping and give it a lot as I go around. So what I've done is I've got my compass here and I've set that to the size that I want the top of my letters to come to, and all I need to do is put that on the edge like that, that there like that, and slowly run that round till it gives me a pencil mark. And I know then that all my letters have got to come to that edge, and then they'll equally be of equal distance from this edge. See, look at that, that worked out perfect. I want my colours to be at an angle like that, so that my head is really sitting in there like that, and then my letters going round the edge. And my letters should start here, and I want them quite close together. I don't want them spaced too far apart. So it makes it a lot easier doing it like this, because now I know exactly where those letters can go. I can rub out that pencil line as well. And that's how the letters are going to fit on there, like that. I want this head to be there, and I'm going to use all-purpose Yoo-hoo glue to stick this on with. It works really well. There we go, it's all finished now. I'm really pleased with that. I think it's come out really nice. It's lovely and big. It can go in front of the actual stall, or it can go on the wall behind. It's quite flexible, but it is without a doubt my branding, and I think that's what the important thing is to draw people in who know my brand, who know my YouTube channel and those sorts of things, and my blogs and all that sort of stuff, and draw them in. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of this. I hope you enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed making this. I think it will be really useful. Please boot that like button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and hit that subscribe button. And be sure to check out the video that's coming up next. I think you'll really enjoy that one. Take care. Enjoy your crafting. Bye.